The fly we're going to be tying today is a woolly booger, or if you're from the north, a woolly bugger. But whatever you call it, it's effective and it works. Here's the materials list. Place the cone on your hook and place the hook in the vise. We're using a Lightning Strike SN3 size 6. Attach your tying thread by holding it at a slight angle and making a couple of wraps forward, then winding backwards toward the rear of the hook. Cut off the tag end, and then continue to wrap the thread to a point opposite the barb of the hook. This is your tie-in point. Next, add your tail of marabou. Measure the marabou against the shank of the hook. You want your tail to be about the length of the shank of the hook. The shank extends from the eye of the hook to the tie-in point. Use a soft loop technique and attach the marabou to the hook. Be sure the material is on top of the hook. Pull the excess butts up, trim at a slight angle, and tie down. This will reduce the amount of bulk that's at the tail. Once this is wound down, bring your thread back to the tie-in point. Next, tie in your chenille. Strip a little bit of the fluff from one end of the chenille. This will reveal a couple of threads. Tie the chenille in by these threads. Return your thread back to the tie-in point. Next, tie in your grizzly hackle. Tie it in by the tip. Be sure the shiny side is forward. When this is done, bring your thread forward to the cone. The marabou has a tendency to cling to everything. Be sure that you pull this back from the chenille, then wrap the chenille forward to the cone. Tie the chenille off. And trim the excess chenille. Next, bring your hackle forward. Be sure the shiny side is toward the eye of the hook and wrap it in open turns toward the cone head. This is called palmering. Tie off your hackle. Trim the excess and whip finish. Your woolly booger is now done. Here's a little tip. Sometimes the cone head's a little bit loose on the front of the fly. To correct this, push the cone head back a little bit and apply a whip finish in front of the cone. By using a lot of turns, the cone head will become more stable and your fly will look much better. When you've got enough thread wrapped around the hook, apply another whip finish. Here's your finished woolly booger.